Happy New Year everyone, and to celebrate the start of 2018, I thought I'd start a new Football Manager 2018 Let's Play series. As you can see, I'm managing Sporting Club Portimonense, who are based in the Algarve in Portugal. And you may be wondering why I've selected this team. There is a reason. Before FM18 came out, I had the idea that I wanted to manage a club based in a place I've actually been to. I'm not particularly well travelled, I've not been around the world, but I've been to a few places in Europe, and with my family when I was younger we went on a couple family holidays to the Algarve in Portugal, and we actually stayed in the town of Portimão, which is where this club is based. We stayed in a little sort of suburb, I guess, called Praia da Rocha, which I believe means next to the rocks in Portuguese. I'm sure there's going to be quite a few Portuguese people watching this because there's a lot of you guys that have checked out my channel in the past. So, hola, obrigada for watching, and I hope you enjoy the series. I hope everyone enjoys the series, no matter where you are from. In fact, in the comment section below, let's have a question of the episode already. Stick in the comment section below where you are watching from, where in the world you're watching from. I'm really looking forward to this series, and I hope you guys are too, but I do apologise in advance for any mispronunciation errors that I make, either the player names or even the club. I've googled around trying to search for the actual pronunciation of this, but I can't find it. And the introduction to the series, the clips that you saw at the start, I've taken them from a video that I've linked in the description below. Now, this Portuguese YouTuber, made a video about the history of this club, and I was trying to listen out to see what he was saying when he said Portimonense, but I just couldn't catch it. So I don't know if I'm saying it right, so I am sorry. I'm sure someone will correct me, and then there'll be 3 different ways of saying it, and then I'll be wrong whatever, because that's the way it goes. There's always someone that says it's pronounced this way and someone else says no, it's pronounced this way, and then I don't know and I'm confused. So it's not really a massive thing. It's probably annoying to hear people mispronounce the same stuff over and over again, but I'll do my best, I promise. Now, I thought in episode 1 today I'd introduce the players, introduce the club, and you may have already seen it's a 2.5-star national reputation team, professional status, okay finances in the Premier League of Portugal, and they only just got promoted last season. They did spend a year in the top flight a few years ago, but mainly been a second tier team in Portugal in the last, well, decade and a half, I suppose. But now Paul Holden-Warren, that's me, I'm at the club, we're playing in Portugal, we're playing in Portimonense, we're going to try and I was going to say I'm going to try and lead the club to glory. I mean, that's the overall aim of any Football Manager save, but I'm not going to set myself any aims for this series. I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to see where it goes, really. And I'm not going to say, well, the aim is to win the Champions League. The aim is to win the Portuguese Premier League and finish ahead of Porto and Benfica and Sporting. I'm not going to say that. That's ideally what I would like to do. But I'm just going to have fun, try and enjoy the save, and hopefully you guys too as well. Did that make sense? I think so. As you can see, we're 1,000 to 1 to win the league. We're with 4 other teams predicted to basically get relegated. We're predicted to finish 15th, which is above the relegation zone. There's 2 teams that go down in Portugal to the second tier. But we are up against it because we are a promoted team, remember. It's going to be difficult. I know it is. Let's just have a look through these things then to see what the club's all about. This is our facilities. We've got a 6,240 seater state, well, 6,000 seats, but it can hold 240 more people. Built in 1937, owned by the council. And you can see our facilities, they're pretty average. Good training facilities, but everything else is quite average or adequate. As you can see there, we've got a few affiliates. Porto are actually an affiliate. So they're obviously above us, and we're feeding players to them. I think we've got a couple players on loan, but we'll have a look through that in a second. Now, I did actually play all these friendlies back on the FM18 beta, because originally I was planning on doing this series earlier. I was going to do it as a beta save, and that never happened. I ended up doing Napoli. But I thought I'd continue from this point. I've decided opened up the save again. I've just jogged my memory and looked through all the players and looked at the tactics I was using, training and that sort of thing. And I'm really looking forward to this. Managing a team from a place outside of England I've actually been to. It was a long time ago when I was a child, but still I can say I've been here, which I think is pretty amazing. As you can see, we had a brilliant pre-season, unbeaten. We won every single game, and we also won our League Cup second phase game against Estoril. I have no idea what this competition is. I probably should look that up, but there's the League Cup and there's also this, which I think is pretty much the FA Cup of Portugal. Taça de Portugal. At the end of today's episode 1, I will be playing our first Premier League match against Boa Vista. If you're not from Portugal, the teams you should have heard of: Porto, Sporting, Benfica, Braga, Boa Vista. You might have heard of Maritimo as well. There's a few others you might. I mean, if you're a Football Manager geek, you probably will know most of these teams, or if you've managed in Portugal in the past, or if you happen to be a fan of Portuguese football. Before I just introduce the team, I just want to have a look at comparing us against the rest of the league, so you can just have a feel for how we do compare. You can see this grey line here is kind of the average in the league, so we're mainly below average or on average. We've got a few things above, as you can see here. Acceleration in our defence is the 3rd best in the league, but at the same time we do have the 12th worst marking. If we look at the midfield, we've actually got the best tacklers in the midfield in the league, but we do have the worst teamwork. But a few things are above, there's a few things below, so jumping, heading, finishing, all above the average for strikers in the league. So the club isn't too bad. I think we can do okay. I think we can finish mid-table as long as I find a tactic that works well. And, you know, I'm unbeaten. We've won every single friendly so far. We've won our cup game with this tactic in place. I don't know whether it will work now, though, because it was working on the beta. You can see I've got this Napoli away tactic from my Napoli series loaded as well, but I probably won't touch that. It's all about the Prada Rocha, which is going to hopefully lead us to glory. But let's have a look at the team then, and starting with the lineup that will take on Boa Vista today away from home. This is our number 1 goalkeeper, Ricardo Pessoa, classic Portuguese name, 27 years old. He's a decent keeper, I think. He's better than our 2nd and 3rd choice keepers, that's for sure. You'll notice that there's a lot of Brazilian players. There usually are a lot of Brazilian players in the Portuguese league. But this is another Portuguese player, Ricardo Pessoa, 35-year-old right back. He's getting on a bit. He's got good free kicks though, so that's kind of why I feel like he's in the first team, just to take the free kicks. At centre back, we've got our first Brazilian, 25-year-old Jadson, who is our vice captain. 3.5 stars according to this. In fact, I'm going to put the attribute analysis thing in here because everyone always asks me for that, so I've remembered to do that now. We've also got at the back Lucas Posignolo, another Brazilian, 23 years old, little bit potential there, good heading, free kicks as well, 15 on free kicks from a centre back. That's a little bit odd. At left back we do have a player on loan from Porto, our parent club, 21-year-old Brazilian. He's one for the future, I think. He's a good all-rounder. He's not particularly good at anything, but he's sort of average at most things. So I think that's kind of useful to have as a fullback. Our defensive midfielder is a Spaniard, Oriol Rosella, on loan from Sporting. 3.5 stars, as you can see here. Similar to our left back, he's kind of average at most things. Quite a few 14s in there as well, so he's a good player. Playing in central midfield is a defensive central midfielder. Now, is this Everton or Uwerton or something else? I'm going with Everton at the moment. He's 3.5 star central midfielder from Brazil as well, 24 years old. We've got some good youngsters in this team. There's a mixture. There's a mixture of youth and OAPs in this team. On the right wing, we've got another Brazilian, 27-year-old Fabricio Messias. He's basically like either Jesus or Messi. I haven't decided yet because, you know, he's got Messi in his name, but he also sounds like the Messiah. So let's hope he can produce Messiah or Messi-like footballing ability on the right wing for us this season. Up front, and he, by the way, he's not a right wing, he's an advanced playmaker. On the wing we've got Wellington, which is a classic Brazilian name. I always notice a lot of Wellingtons appearing. And he's going to be our right wing. He can also play, he's actually can play inside forward as well on the left, but he prefers to play winger on the right. Look, that suits him better because he's got poor finishing. Quite pacey, good skills, okay crosser. I'm hoping he will destroy defences. That's me being positive. Our best player is Paulinho, a left winger from Brazil as well. Look at that. Great dribbling ability. First touch 16, passing 16, technique 16. He could be a real good player for us this season. And up front, he's pretty old, but Pires, 36 years old. He's got 15 on finishing and composure. He's not the paciest guy in the world because he's 36 years old, but I'm just going to stick him up there as a poacher and hope he can get on the end of things. Looking at the subs bench and our backup players, and this is our backup goalkeeper. He's a Portuguese 24-year-old. Macedo is a centre-back from Brazil. We've got, I don't even know how to start pronouncing, Agbenyewu. Where's he from? Ghana. 4 caps for Ghana. He's a left back. Pedro Sarr, Portuguese defensive midfielder. We've got Dinner, who is of 25. If I say every single pronunciation option I feel I can think of, then surely one of them is going to be right. There we go. Yeah, he's a 25-year-old Brazilian. Looks like an alright player for us. Nakajima from Japan, 22 years old. I'm not sure how much of a part he's going to play in this team, but due to injuries, he's on the bench today. And Chidera Eza, Nigerian, 19 years old. Once again, I don't really know how much he's going to play this season, but we do have a couple of injuries. Striker-wise, we are a little bit weak. If I can possibly find a really good striker who wants to come in, that would be great. But the problem is we've only got 222k to spend with 3.6k left in the wage budget. So it doesn't look particularly promising for getting another player in. Leo is our third choice goalkeeper, Brazilian. We've got Ruben Fernandez, a 31-year-old Portuguese centre-back. We've got Emmanuel Hackman, who possibly could be first choice right back. Haven't decided yet, but he's a 22-year-old Ghanaian. Marcel, another Brazilian defensive midfielder. He looks quite good actually, but he is injured today. Wilson Manasseh, a Portuguese right back or winger. I don't know. He just doesn't look that amazing, but he's quite fast, so maybe I'll be able to use his pace. Gustavo Hebsling, Brazilian, 21-year-old. He looks quite tasty. Good defensive midfielder, Roman playmaker, as you can see there. Then Bruno Tabata, another Brazilian who looks really good as a left winger. He's a bit unfortunate because we've got Paulinho, who's our best player on the left wing, and he's probably our second or third best player, but he's not going to be in the team because his position is, well, I've got Paulinho there. He's injured, so that's why he's not on the bench today. And Stanley Awurum, who I'm just going to simply call Stanley. Cracking name. I've got an uncle called Stanley. And he's going to be our Nigerian striker. He's our backup striker, basically, for Pires. It's time for the first match of the series then. We're taking on the black and white checkerboard of Boa Vista. Wish me luck. They're certainly the favourites for this. And they're playing a 4-2-3-1, similar formation to us, but we do have Everton in a more central position rather than in defensive midfield. So some of you may be wondering the results of all that survey and poll stuff that I did back in December, and I've kind of decided that I would like to do some short-term series, so a few different short-term series in various clubs in various nations. I know Regen Rovers and Chumps to Champs, very popular options. It was almost 50-50 between them, and that was one of the reasons why I didn't choose one of them, because there'd have been half of you disappointed, and there was a lot of people suggesting, if I can blurt my words out, me to try these sort of short-term series with different teams, as we almost go 1-0 up with a long-range shot there. Not to say this will be a short save, it could be 3-4 seasons long. We'll see how it goes, I guess, over time. I'm just going to play and have fun, and that's what I want to do this year. It's gone well so far, hasn't it? 0-0 at half time. I'm quite happy with that. And we've actually had 5 shots to their 3. I'm going to say I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. Just motivate them. Get the guys on my side, because the players don't know me yet, do they? I can't remember if I selected if I can speak Portuguese or not. Such a long time since I actually set up this save. Anyway, let's start the second half. I like these orange kits. They're vibrant, aren't they? The Tangerines. What's the nickname of this club, actually? I didn't actually check. I should know. I'm the manager. Here we go. Early chance, possibly. Wellington plays it out wide to... Oh, that is a terrible cross from Manasseh. We've won a free kick, and Pessoa hits it. And what a goal! What a goal from Pessoa. That's why he's in the team for those 18 free kicks. And we're 1-0 up against Boa Vista. Let's look at this again. Boom! Fired it. I mean, the keeper, it was kind of straight at him, but the power just beat him. Beat Wagner in goal. And we're 1-0 up. 30 minutes to go now. And here come Boa Vista. Oh, Wellington gets a block in there. It's back in to the dangerous zone of the pitch. We've not really been threatened so far. This is the first time they've threatened us. Is it going to result in a goal? It's over the bar. They miss the opportunity. I'm just going to encourage the guys, give them a shout, and now we've got another free kick which Pessoa takes it into Fabricio, finds Wellington, and he can't unfortunately create an opportunity there. And now Boa Vista coming forwards again. Maybe I should go defensive or something. I can't even remember what I'm on at the moment. It's crossed in, and oh, what a save. Oh no, it was off the bar. I thought it was a good save. I'm going to go to tactics. We've got it on counter at the moment. Maybe I should go defensive. Or maybe not. Maybe I should just keep going. It's working well. Manasseh is quite tired. Maybe I should bring him off. Oh, I hate this view. I'm going to the proper tactics view. And I'm going to bring on Denaire. We'll give him a run out. And Perez, he's not playing particularly well up front, but we don't really have any other options. Eze can play there. Nakajima could play there. I'm just going to make one sub for now. And now I'm going to make another sub. Eze is going to come on. Pedro Sarr is going to come on for Everton in the middle. Just for the last 10 minutes, bring some fresh legs on and just pray that we hang on here. Been a pretty boring first game of the series, but I don't care because we're going to get the win. And that is such an important 3 points. That could be imperative at the end of the season for our chances of surviving. What a brilliant first win. It's a cracking free kick from Pessoa right back, and the players are looking extremely delighted. That's what I like to see. After one game, we're 9th in the table. Good start, 3 points. That's what matters at this stage. Next up, we're taking on Maritimo, and then we're taking on whatever this team, P Ferreira. I assume P stands for something. There is no nickname apparently for the team. Maybe those of you that do support Portimonense can tell me if there is a nickname or not, but according to this, there's no nickname. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed episode 1 of Paul Plays in Portugal. If you can just hit that little like button, that'd be very much appreciated. Once again, I wish you a happy new year, and I'll see you very soon.